Hey, doing everybody. Today I'm going to go over seed plates. I have almost all the seed plates that most anybody would be looking for this. The only ones I don't have, I think, are cotton and stuff like peanuts or something like that. And I do have a couple sets of peanut plates, but um, these are going to be all your seed plates. I've seen a lot of 309s for sale online where sometimes not all of them, most of them are good, but I've seen a few online that had John Deere plates, so nothing worse than getting a planter and then all of a sudden you realize you get home and none of the plates work and you have to spend a bunch of money to plant what you want, and that's even if you could find them. So um, I'm not going to say they're hard to find, but they are harder to find, no doubt. Um, I got lucky at a couple places, and um, it was pretty cool. Found a place that was like frozen in time. So some of these plates I had actually had the shipping label still on them from the factory punch cards, and they're from like the early '60s. So it was pretty cool. They're still covered in dust and just some surface rust and whatnot, but now we'll go through them. So this is your small short cell plate for flat corn. This is 109854. So something to tell you about this plate is you can still buy this plate, brand spanking new. So you go on Messick.com and you look up that plate, and they will have that plate in stock, brand new. They're like $65 a plate, plus shipping. So you're gonna spend a pretty penny, but you're getting a brand new plate. So a lot of the prices you see are pretty much that much money as it is. So now another thing to notice with this is I know two people that plant sweet corn with this plate. One guy, it works, but sometimes they'll have, sections that are missing, where, something happened and they got stuck, or there was a bunch of bigger seeds or whatnot. And the other guy, he bought them, and what he did is they were almost working good, and then what he did is, if you notice right where my thumb is, that's pretty thick right there. I bet you that is um, probably close to 3/8. I would say. It's close to 3/8 or something like that. But anyways, you have a lot of room to play right there. So what he did is he took this. He bought a brand new set of these plates, and they weren't working quite to his expectations. He took it, just ground out a little bit, since you got plenty of room to grind there. Ground out a little bit, and almost made it like a little circle, and said they turned out awesome for planting sweet corn. So one thing to tell you too is um, I think every single plate that they made in metal, and then they made in plastic. So if you have a plate that you like, a specific number, um, you can certainly find the plates out there. It might cost you some money, but you know um, they're definitely more durable than the plastic plates because they only make a few plates still, and depending on how old your plates are, they start to get brittle. This right here is 108955. I've only ever seen this plate in metal. Um, so that is small long corn. So it's about the same size cell width as those, but it is a little bit longer, a little bit wider. These are 109785. These are medium small, or medium short, I believe. They made these plates also in metal and plastic, and I know people that have used these for sweet corn as well with success. 109786, they still make this plate. Same exact thing. You can go buy this brand new for like $65 a plate plus shipping for Messick's. Made these. These are, I would say, are more common. You could find them in metal. Um, I'm pretty much down to just the plates that I'm keeping at this point. So I have a set of plastic and a set of metal of a lot of these plates here. But these are medium average size for the cell. Um, I know a guy that just used these for Roundup Ready, round corn. Um, his other plates were a little too tight. They weren't, or they were spilling too much or too tight. I can't remember what it was, but I measured the cell for him, and he took a chance. He took him, and he said he's got a nice field. 109787 flat corn, 109788. And you know what? Let me stop there. So obviously, if you're going to look at a 309, you don't have any experience with 309s. This is how you know. Besides the numbers, this is how you know that it's a 309 plate. These two tabs. This is how it engages it when it's in the hopper and it's turning it. It's got two cast teeth on each side that pretty much grab this, and and it turns around. If you look at John Deere plates, they look nothing like this. International, Alice Chandler, all those other plates, they look nothing like this. So if you don't see these plates, if there's something else, they're not 309 plates. So these are 109788. I think these are long, or average seed long or something like that. You'll have to look it up. You can go online. If you just Google Ford 309 Corn Planter Operator's Manual, you'll get a free download online. You just print it, open it up, print it up, and you can in one of those pages it shows you all the information of all the plates. It'll show you if you want to have a heavy acre, if you want to plant your corn heavy, it'll say, okay, if your corn, you can use this plate and it'll be average, but if you use this, it'll plant it heavy, and vice versa and stuff like that. So it's good. Go download it. If you want to have one in hand, you can either print it or you can buy those manuals for like $10. Oddly enough, I don't have one. I don't think I printed one. I always look online. So we'll move on. These are 126785. These are the biggest flat corn plate that they actually make, and that's that. These plates right here, I'm pretty sure they're peanut plates. So they have, that's something I should have covered as well. Sometimes you can't really go by the number if you're looking at plates. You want to make sure that you can see these tabs, because that tells you it's a 309 plate. Because if you look at these plates, let me find the number here. They have a real goofy number, and I have one on the other end too. Let me see. Yeah, so if you look at this, it's, sorry if I can focus that. Sorry, but it says 7300002-A2. So that isn't in any book that I have. So I can't tell you. The only way I can tell you is I counted the number of cells, and there's 24 cells, and the only plates that had 24 cells were peanut. So this plate right here, I think, is actually would work real good for sweet corn. It's a little bit thinner. It's a little bit thinner. It's got it's got the nice circle for a round corn type. So I think that would work perfect for soybeans actually. And this is the other one. I sold a set to this guy, to a guy in North Carolina, I believe, and he was going to use these for sunflowers because they're a bigger cell. They were all brand new. So next we'll cover. We'll go down here and we'll look at your round corn. So here's another example of the numbers being weird. So small round corn is 109856. But if you look at this one, it's 500,03858. Okay? Don't know where that equates to, but I matched up the cell and the thickness, so this plate and this plate are identical. So this one right here is actually what they call, that is a sweet corn plate. So when I planted corn last weekend, I tried my round corn, my Roundup Ready round corn with those plates, and 90% of them wouldn't fit, in the cells. They were too big. But then you put in the 109857A2, and sometimes they were shooting doubles. So, but most of the time they fit in perfect. So This is your small round corn, this is your medium round corn, and this is your large round corn, 109852. I also have another one of these plates that has the goofy number, the 500 number on it. I think it's like ends in 352 or something like that. So those are your round corn plates. The only one I don't have in metal is the 95857. I'll tell you, if somebody had one of those and they wanted to sell it, let me know, because I had the opportunity to buy one and I didn't buy it, and I should have. So I have a feeling I'll be using this plate a lot. So next ones, these are going to be your sorghum plates. So these things are super rare, and if you ever held one, you would know why they're rare, because they're so thin. It's amazing that the knockers just don't break them, you know. So one thing to know with these is, it'll tell you this in the book, but these plates are going to cost you a boatload of money. But you have to realize that these plates are worthless unless you have the filler plate. So what happens is when you put that plate into your seed hopper, this goes down first, and then this goes on top of it, and then it basically rides on it to make the full thickness of the actual plate. So having one or the other is actually worthless. So you have to have both. That is 108 or 109851. That's the heavy rate sorghum. This is the 121299. This is like extra light. You could cut these cells if you wanted to make more openings. Extra light sorghum. And these are 109850. No, 108950. That's 951. This is 950. So you'll notice this is, I can't remember what they call that one, whether it's heavy or, this is extra heavy, so this one might be heavy. But you'll notice the only difference that you're going to see in these is look at the length of the tip. See how one is shorter than the other? One's about the 109851 or 108951. 108951. These ones are just have a little bit longer of a tab. So next is going to be this is probably one of the rarest. This is definitely the top 3 right here. This is 109858. This is your navy bean and peas plate right here. It's a 42 cell. Sometimes you see these plates advertised as a navy bean plate, but this is not a navy bean plate. This is a soybean plate. That's a navy bean plate. So your next one is, these ones are junky. 121299A2. These are your heavy rate soybean. They also made that in metal, and this is 108953. That is your, they say light rate soybean, but the cells are very similar, so it can't be that much of a difference. And then here are the rarest 2. So this one right here, these are both blanks, obviously. And this is 108949A2. That is your thin blank. So this is for making sorghum or popcorn. You probably could make a popcorn plate out of this if you wanted to. Those are the only plates I don't have, is the popcorn plates right now. But that you have to use the filler plate that you use for the other sorghum plates. So same thing, if you buy these blanks, they're worthless to, well, if you buy that blank, it's worthless to you if you don't have the filler plate. And then this one, this is sweet, 108959. So this is a blank that's actually metal. So that's got to be pretty rare. Thanks for selling me that, Zach. If you ever see this video, those are awesome. What I'm actually in the process of doing is I'm going to have somebody do a modeling of those, and I'm going to get them printed. So I'm probably going to do the thin and the thick, but I'm going to start with the thick, and maybe I'll throw them up on eBay or something like that. So that is basically, those are all of your plates that they ever sold. Basically, for the 309, you're definitely missing, I'm missing a few, but these are the most desirable ones. Any questions, leave a comment below, and I'll see you this weekend. I'm gonna make another video checking out my cornfield. Finally just got some rain. So yeah, so if you're buying a planter, make sure the plates that they're saying are for it are actually for it. And if you're buying a plate, always try to get the best pictures you can if you're buying them off somebody online, because you never know if the plate's real old or got hairline cracks in it. I have one of these plates here. I also had one of these that had a crack in it. I mean, these things are so thin. It's actually unbelievable that any of them survived. So yeah, I think that's it. The only person that's got a better collection than me is a guy named Alan, and I know he'll watch this video, so he's got a little bit better collection than me. I got a few plates he doesn't have, but he's got a lot of all the metal plates. So all right, everybody, we'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.